Hey guys, let's talk a little bit about crankbaits. So this is a square bill 1.5 with rattles, so you can hear the bearings inside. So when it's with rattle, it means it has a bearing inside in a chamber that when you move in the water, you can hear it shake. There's also a silent crankbait, which has no bearing, so when it moves to the water, all you hear is the hook rattle and that's it. They both have their own uses and their own purposes, but this is the 1.5 square bill. This is the 1.5 square bill in the Bassquatch Hunter signature pattern by Burn Custom Baits. The cool thing about this color is I can use this all year round. It has the light pattern and also has a dark pattern look to it, so I can use it in different situations. So my number one use of a square bill crankbait, I like to throw the crankbait where I know it's just going to skim across the bottom and it's going to bounce along the edge. Let's do a shot over to the studio and I can show you in the tank exactly what I mean by grinding a crankbait on the bottom. So I'm throwing the square bill in 6 foot of water, so I can feel the nose of it hit the bottom, and I can feel the structure, and I can feel what the bottom feels like through my rod. So I work it really slow along the bottom. I'll pull it so I can feel the wobble, I'll reel in the slack, and I'll pull it with the tail up in the air. It goes backwards a little bit, as you can see in the tank video. It'll float up above the weeds, and then I can start retrieving again. The other way to retrieve this bait is to do a steady retrieve, which is like a medium pace steady retrieve. Sit, float up, and I'll continue to retrieve. So the other way to retrieve the crankbait is called burning your bait, which is kind of what it sounds like, and it is reeling the bait in pretty fast. So if you reel this in very quickly, it'll be a tighter wobble, more noise, a lot harder to catch the strikes, but it might get the attention of some fish that are hiding. What I like to do with a square bill, I like to cast it pretty far. I find my spot, and then I like to do the pull and float retrieve is what I call it, where you pull it, let it float up, reel the slack, pull it again, reel the slack. So it gives the bait more of a stop and go pattern. So as you can see in the tank, when you stop and go, it changes the direction of the fish. It also gives it a hesitation where a fish can attack it a lot easier, and you have a better chance at setting the hook a lot better in the mouth if you let the fish actually take the back of the bait. So this is how I use my crankbait. It's a beautiful fish. Dude, look at the size, dude.
That's a big one. Awesome.
Dude, that is a fat, huge bass. That's why I use square bills. So this is how I use the 1.5 square bill. If you have any questions about the square bill that I did not cover in this video, post it in the comments below or send me a message and I'll be happy to help you any way I can. Take a look in the description of this video and you'll see a link where you can see these baits and the other baits that Burn Custom Baits has to offer as well. This pattern right here is a good all year long pattern in the wake bait, the jerk bait, square bill, any style of bait. The Bassquatch Hunter pattern will catch some fish for you too.